So Danny Webb is going to be leaving the club for a new opportunity. How would you describe the work that he's done at the club during your time working together?
First and foremost, it's how Danny is as a man, as a work colleague, and now as a friend. Since the first day I walked through the door, he's been absolutely spot on with me. I knew the club a little bit anyway because I've been here previous, but when you go into a new place, it's a little bit strange. But he's been from the first day with me. I can only speak personally. He's been absolutely top draw, and I'll miss him. It sounds a little bit, but I'll miss him as a person, as someone who you lean on, as a fellow coach, and yeah, he'll be missed. He's a great character, and he will be missed here.
I suspect people will always remember his contribution as well, won't they, Gary? Because he's been here, he's been one of the staff members who've done a great job during these recent times.
Yeah, like anyone, we've been through a lot. We've had playoffs, we've had multiple playoffs, we've had a heartache at Wembley, and we've had a win in the National League when we blew the league away. So we've been through a lot together, and they're good memories to have. And Dan's thought it's the time to go on and have a go himself, and we're right behind him. We hope it goes really well for him, but we've shared some good times over the last couple of years.
And how are things adjusting with the coaching setup with Danny moving on?
Yeah, we've got three other coaches here who, by the way, we've got really good coaches with good experience. Kieran Dyer, Paddy Byrne, myself, who's been here a while now. So Danny's responsibilities will be taken over from us three coaches. So he will be missed, but as you say, football clubs, they move on, and we've got a big game Saturday, so we'll cover Danny's responsibilities, his jobs, and he will be a miss, but good luck to him, and I hope it goes so well for him.
One final thing on that, am I right in saying that he looked after the set pieces, and given that's quite an important role at any club, do you know who's going to be taking on that role moving forward? Yeah,
Paddy Byrne will take the role on, who's worked on him previous. He's been at Everton, he's been at Macclesfield, he's been at a couple of clubs where he's worked on him a lot, and he studies Danny's as well. He helps Danny out, and Danny was brilliant. He was very thorough with the set plays, and you've seen over the time I've been here, the 2 or 3 years, we've won some big games with set plays. He took a real pride in them, Danny, and that was his thing. Set plays for, set plays against. We work tirelessly on them, and we're good at them. So hopefully that stays the same. We still got our setups, and the lads work hard on them. So it's a big part of the game, set plays, and it will be tomorrow, as these are a strong physical team. So yeah, we'll crack on. We'll have our jobs. Everyone will have the jobs to do, and we move on.
The last two results have obviously been a bit difficult. Has the week on the training ground, has that been a good opportunity to work on a few things before this game?
Yeah, but listen, last Saturday was disappointing in the sense of we never hurt them as we should have done. We never tested their back line. We never put enough pressure on the goal, and that for us, that hurt us more than anything. We thought the goal was, we probably could have dealt with the goal a bit better, but Walsall never affected our goal in the game, and we're more disappointed in how we haven't hurt Walsall. We know the pitch was dry and whatever, but there's no excuse. We've got to put more pressure on the back line, however way that is, and we've had a good week this week where we will be stronger, we will be better, we will go forward more, we will affect the box a lot more. But going back throughout the season, we were the leading goal scorers, I think, going into Walsall. So one game doesn't make us stale or whatever people are saying. We'll still be positive. We'll pass forward, we play forward, we run forward. And this week it's been a good week on the training pitch for us.
What do you make of MK Dons?
They've got a really good team on paper. They've signed some really strong players, big names, and the pressure comes with obviously budgets and whatever they spend. But that you're still 11v11. The budgets and all that go out the window. They've got some really good players. I don't think they've really clicked yet because they've had a couple of injuries. We've seen quite a bit of them. But on the day, they're a really good team. They've had a couple of bad results, but they'll come here now with the tails up. They need to get going, get firing, because they're one of the favourites for the league, and with an experienced manager like Paul, they'll come here fired up. to be expecting to give us a really tough game tomorrow.
Injury-wise, is there anything to report ahead of this game? And is James Berry fit and ready for this one?
James won't be ready. He's on the training pitch. He's working hard. He's just got to tick a few more things off before we get him on the pitch. We'll possibly try and get a bounce game on the training ground next week, and hopefully he can get involved in that. But he won't be available tomorrow.
And are Enda Stevens and Janoi Danassian still training with the club? And have you got an idea as to whether they might be ready to be involved with the squad?
They're not, well, especially Janoi. He's not far off. He's not a million miles off. It'd be great if we can get Janoi done, if we could, if he likes to join us. But he's been training now. He got injured with us. He stayed with us, done all his rehab. He's done all his pitch stuff. He's done all his running, and now he's in the group fully. So if we can get Janoi to stay with us, it'd be great, because he's such a good player, an experienced player, and I think the fans got a small glimpse of what he can bring to us. And at the minute, he's doing really well, and he's the same as James. He's probably a bounce game or two away from being where he wants to be.
Finally, the squad lists were announced this week, and there was no Raheem Shackelford in the squad list. Is the club willing to look for a new challenge for him at this stage?
In his position at the minute, there's a couple of players who are ahead of him. So we've still got 4 slots left. So if anything changes, he'd be added to it. But at the minute, we've got Fonte Campbell, who's playing really well. You've got Dev, who's just come back, and at the minute, they're just ahead of him in the pecking order.
Obviously, you've been back at the club for a few years now. How much are you enjoying the coaching side of things?
Really well. I love being on the grass. I love finding a way how to stop teams, how to beat teams. I love working with the boys, because we've got such a good group. And the club's good. We've had success, so it's hard to say. It's been perfect for me, especially coming out of Ipswich, which I didn't enjoy as much as a new coach. I feel really at home here, and I think the last 3 years has been nothing but pushing on, winning games, getting to playoffs, winning leagues, been to Wembley, so I can't complain, Liam.
Obviously, we've seen that Danny's moving on to have a first or second crack at management. Is that something that you're thinking about maybe in years to come?
Yeah, I have to be honest, yes. I think when you're in the game, I've been in the game for too long, probably 20 years, so 20 odd years. So I think the natural step, I think I'd have a plan in the future to go and have a go of it if you get the opportunity. Danny's got the opportunity, and it's always been a plan of Danny's. He's always wanted to have a little go of it, which is natural. He's been in football so long. His dad has managed. He's been owner of clubs, so it was a natural progression for Danny, and we're all gutted he's left, and we'll miss him, but it's a natural progression for us young coaches who we've got Kieran Dyer and Paddy Byrne, and I'm not too sure on their plans, but the natural progression for coaches who have ambition is to have a go on your own, and Danny's took that plunge, and hopefully it goes really well for him.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've just touched upon Raheem Shackelford there. You know, how difficult is it to leave a player out of a squad? You know, someone who has won promotion with the club.
Yeah, it's tough. He's with us every day. He's working hard. Nothing changes with it. He's still in the plans. If it comes up, if a position comes up, he'll go straight in the team. He's never really let us down, Raheem. He's had a couple of injuries over the years, which has stopped his progression really with us. But he's still in the building. He's still working hard every day. And if the position comes up, we wouldn't think twice about putting Raheem back in the team.
And so there are still some spaces available in the squad, and you've talked about Janoi Danassian there. Is the sort of free transfer market something that you're open to then?
It's always open. We've got 4 spaces, and at the minute we've got JD in the building who's close to being fit. So if that can get done, and if we make that decision on that, it'd be great, because he's such a good player. But there's 4 slots available, but we're okay. We're okay at the minute. We had a poor performance at Walsall, but we haven't had many of them lately.
No. And Dylan Duffy, I know he's had a bit of I think Danny Webb said a bit of a cyst on his knee, which flared up after a tackle. How's he getting on? He's
doing really well. He's a bit of a nightmare for the physios, because he wants to get out there right now and play, but We just have to be a little bit careful. It's a bit of a strange injury which doesn't come up very often, but he won't be a million miles away. He's desperate to get back on the pitch because when he come out, he's in such good form. His numbers this season for assists and goals, big goals, it meant a lot to us. He's done really well for us, so he's desperate to get back on the pitch, and he won't be long away.
Great stuff. And Will Dixon, how's he settling in since joining on loan?
Really well, really good player, really smart player, good finisher. It's good when you bring young lads in from big clubs. They're a bit of a breath of fresh air to the group. He's come in, he works really hard, and he shows some great signs. I think even at Walsall, a lovely touch on the edge of the box. He just showed little glimpses, but this is our first full week where we've had a good look at him, and he's going to be a good player.
He's a big lad, isn't he? For 20 years old, he's got a good stature about him.
He is. He's a big boy. And he can play 9. He can possibly play 10. He, obviously, being at Manchester City since he was 9, he's going to be really comfortable in and around the ball. But he's got a little bit of everything. He's probably not your typical number 9 where they're going to lead the line, but he penetrates. He's quick, and he can really finish. There was a session yesterday with Paddy Byrne, and watching it back again after training, he's a really good finisher, so it's looking bright for the boy.